Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm really excited today to bring to you a Q&A video for you. This will be my first question and answer. I thought I tried to do this a few months back. However, my computer died and then it was just so I decided to try it again. I went on Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat, but all my questions were asked on Instagram. So I will hopefully answer your questions and let's get started. So 19 Deb, hi Deb, you asked me, what did you ask me? Here you go. If I could leave my country, where would I like to live? That's a tough question because I live in Canada. For those that may not know, I live in Canada and have my whole life. Specifically, I live in Alberta, the province of Alberta, and I love Canada. If I had to leave my country though, where would I be? Well, the easiest option would be United States because I can just drive my car there and just cross the border. And then I'm in Montana or in various, depending on what province. For me, it could be BC. I could go through to Montana. But since I'm in Alberta, I could go there. That's the easiest. United States. Hawaii. I would love to live in Hawaii. If that was where I was going to choose, I would say Hawaii because it's where the ocean is. It's warm year round. I've been to Hawaii. I wouldn't have to learn a new language, which is not a bad thing, but everyone speaks English there, so that's easiest for me. Somewhere like Italy, I want to visit Italy, but I think it would be amazing to live there. It's endless as far as countries. So that, I hope that answers your question. Easy but hard. But yeah, I think I love Canada, and for now, this is where I'm going to live. And the next question is by the Posh Mom. She actually asked 3 different questions, so hopefully I can answer those. Her first is, what do I do for a living besides YouTube? So I actually work full-time as a licensed pharmacy technician in Alberta, Canada. And I do that full time, and I'm going to combine her next 2. It's why did you decide to start a YouTube channel, and how did I successfully grow my channel? And I would say that I decided to do it. Actually, it's been many years ago. I had really been thinking about YouTube because I love it. I love the access you have to content. You have your own channel, you can pretty much do anything you want. Of course, I've said this before, there are copyright things you have to be careful with, music selection, and your channel can get flagged if you have obscene content. But pretty much, you can pretty much do what you want. So I wanted to do it because I am older, in my 40s, and I find there's not a lot of content creators out there in their 40s or older. So especially, I like lifestyle videos, so I like cooking and baking and DIYs and decor, haul videos. So I found I couldn't find that all in one channel. I have to look through various channels to get kind of all that I like. So I thought it'd be a great way finally to be able to have a channel, to bring that all kind of on a budget and easy. I'm all about ease, convenience, and budget friendly, and trying to do it on my own level and bring that to you guys. So that's why I decided to do it. And I've only been doing it for a year and a half, and I have just under 3,300 subscribers. So to me, that's not really successful. I guess it's all in how you view what successful is. I guess it is, but it isn't, because I view successful as I would like to have obviously over 100,000 subscribers, but having over 3,200 subscribers is fantastic. So I never thought I would even have that. So as far as, I still think I'm in the very early stages, so I don't consider it really successful because I'm not where I want to be with my channel. So I still have to say I'm not where I want to be yet, but I really feel just working hard at it and being consistent, like consistently uploading and getting your channel out there and just doing videos and learning and not being afraid to continually learn. And sorry, Apollo is here. Okay, yes, he's licking my arm. He likes to do that. We're just gonna let it go. And Deb also wrote, how old is Apollo? Well, isn't that, here he is. He's actually 11 and a half years old, and Derek and I got him when he was at 8 weeks old. So we've had him for that amount of time, and he's our only fur baby. So thank you very much, the Posh Mom, for your questions. And the next question is Aiden's mommy 1213. Hi Michelle, thanks so much. She says, would you ever like to visit Chicago? Apollo's never jumped up like that before, but we're gonna go with it, I guess. So yeah, he's bringing the entertainment, but okay. He's never done that before, guys. Okay. Yes, get back to my question. Would I ever like to visit Chicago? Oh, most definitely. When I was really young, I'd say when I was 10, we were going to Philadelphia to visit. At the time, my aunt lived there. And the airport, we had to land to do a stopover, I think, was when I was going to Philadelphia. This is so long ago. Was in Chicago. So technically I was in Chicago, but I didn't leave the airport. So yes, I most definitely want to go there. When that will be, it's on my bucket list of places I would love to travel. So I would like to. There's lots of cool things in Chicago. It's known as the Windy City. And let me tell you, where I live in Lethbridge, it is known as the Windy City pretty much of Canada. So I'm used to the wind, although I don't like the wind. So thanks, Michelle, for your question. I might pronounce this incorrectly, but Yomalan, and I'm sorry, Maria, if I've pronounced that incorrectly. She says she would like to know, what is my favorite media outlet and why? My favorite media outlet, I have a few of them. I love Instagram, number one. I love YouTube, and I love Snapchat. And I do use Facebook, but that's a whole other thing. But that's more personal. But those are my three outlets. I don't do Twitter. I have tried. I don't like it. I find it really confusing. Maybe eventually I'll get back into trying it. I did try it a little bit a couple years ago, but I didn't like it. Honestly, I don't know, there's just something about it I didn't enjoy, so I stopped doing it. But I love Instagram because I can post pictures and then I get to interact by commenting and following other people. I love YouTube because it allows me to upload videos in a different creative aspect and then being able to share that with you in ways I can't do with just a single photo. So that's why I love kind of the combination of Instagram and YouTube, both photos and the video and the interacting. And then recently over this last year, I've really been getting into Snapchat. It was a real learning curve because I didn't know how to use it. And then a couple girls at work showed me, and now it's really easy. Why I love Snapchat, is I love the way you can interact in a whole different way. It's just me being silly, and pretty much it's always morning time I go on there, and I do what's called morning Snapchat story time. So I get up, I have my coffee, I just kind of talk about what happened the day before a little bit, and then what my plans are for that day. That's where I do most of to be honest, that's where all three of those outlets is where I do most of my interacting on my social media, is in the mornings, because then I work during the day and in the evening, and then when I come home I decompress, yes, de-stress, I don't know, and then I just kind of take that time for me. So I have the three outlets, so that keeps me really busy as well as working full time. So I'd have to say those three things I really, really love. So thanks, Maria, and I'm sorry if I butchered your name, your username, I apologize. Tiffany Dow, apologize. Thanks, Tiffany. She says, any tips on starting your own channel? And what are your favorite videos to film? Love and hugs from BC. P.S. Glad you're back, girl. Oh, that's so nice. Thanks, Tiffany. So obviously you're from BC, a fellow Canadian, and who's right next door to my province, which is awesome. Any tips? Well, I would say that I started, again, I'm only a year and a half into it, and I started with just my iPhone 4S. And so very small, and I thought I couldn't do YouTube because I didn't have the right camera, lights, editing, all of that. And it was my friend Taya, Miss Crazy Diva on her Instagram, and Diva Spot 101 on her YouTube. And it was basically her pushing, as I got to know her on Instagram, saying just to do it, because I didn't think I could just do it on my phone. So any tips would be just do it if you want, if you're passionate about wanting to have a channel and start it, use your phone and find a really simple editing, which I didn't even have iMovie because my phone didn't have enough gigabyte or memory on it to be able to even upload the iMovie on it. So I didn't even use that. I downloaded some easy free software and started YouTube videos editing that way on my tiny, like the screen was like maybe like that. And that's how I filmed and edit and did all that for many months, I'd say for the first 6 months. And then I got an iPhone 6 Plus and continued doing that. And I still use my 6 Plus for vlogging. And then I upgraded and got my DSLR and I use iMovie. So just do it if you want to, and don't be afraid of, you have to grow a thick skin and not be afraid of people making comments, and just get over that hump. So I just grab your camera and do what you find you're passionate about. And my favorite videos are usually hauls, because I just get to sit down, show you what I bought, and then that's how it is. They're one of the hardest to edit because I have to condense down all my talking. Like I will this, I'll have to kind of really edit it because I tend to talk a lot. So they're the funnest to film, but usually the hardest to edit for me because of my talking. So yeah, there you go. And yeah, thank you so much, Tiffany. And now Joanne, age old mentally young. She's been following me for a while, and she has a whole list of questions, and I'm going to see if I can, because she's the last of the questions that have been I think been asked, but I'll look through that. So I've already answered what kind of work do you do. So I've already said I am a full-time pharmacy technician. I'll just elaborate saying I've been doing that since 2001. And I do have a double degree from the University of Lethbridge in sociology and biological sciences, which I graduated in the year 2000. Or 1999, sorry. And I ended up going into pharmacy and doing a pharmacy technician. And so I've been doing it for almost 15 years now. And she asked, what does my husband do as in contract sales, specifically with home building and doing all the supplies that they need. And he's been doing that since 2000, so a really long time. And my favorite, she asked what my favorite hobbies / activities are. Obviously YouTube's become one of my number one hobby, because it is a hobby for me. My other love is working out and going to the gym. So those are the two loves that I have, is just keeping active and trying to keep healthy. I do not go to church. Growing up as a child, my mom would take us. I was raised Anglican. So every Sunday I went to church and Sunday school and all of that, but I haven't in my adult life gone to church. No, I am 43. I'll be 44 this year. She asks if there's any children in the future. No. I always knew I never wanted to have children. I knew I wanted to be a mama of fur children, so that's where I have put my motherly duties in, is fur children. But no, I'll be 44, and yes, I could still have children, because a friend of mine, she just had her third child, and she just turn 44 in January. For me, I have no interest in starting any kind of family in my mid-40s. I'm tired. No. I enjoy other people's children and having nieces and nephews and leaving it at that. She asked me, how do I stay fit? Well, and my workout routine. That's a really, really tough thing for me. I've been working out since my mid-20s, and I have taken a break for a couple years in my late 20s and started back up. So I've had ups and downs. And how do I stay fit? I'm definitely not as fit as I have been in the past or that I could be. But my main goal is that I try to eat healthy, balanced meals. I go to the gym. I only go twice a week, but I do an hour of cardio and anywhere from 40 to 45 minutes of weight training. And I do that twice a week because that's what works for me and my schedule and me being tired and whatnot. So I just do that and try to eat healthy, as low fat as I can. Try to have lots of fruits and veggies and protein. Lean meats is what I try to do, and I don't eat deep fried food. I try to, if I have that, it'll be like a calamari once in a blue moon as a treat, but really limiting myself on deep fried food and high fat food. That it just doesn't sit well in my stomach because I've trained. It's training your body in essence, and your mind is how you stay fit and healthy, is you train yourself to live a healthier lifestyle. And that's just, it takes a lot of dedication and hard work, and it's not easy. Most days I'm okay, but training yourself to not want to go eat that Big Mac and French fries can be really hard. There's some days I want it and I don't eat it, but I really would like to have it. And I just remind myself that I will regret that night or the next day. And I try to find other ways to treat myself. I'm obsessed with popcorn and pizza. So for me, those are the things I'd rather treat myself on, or things that I really, really love. And those are all like empty carbs. So for me, empty carbs is the popcorn, pizza, because I love me some pizza. Like pizza and popcorn are my two meals I can just meals. They're not meals. Popcorn, well, can be a meal, but I'm obsessed with those. I like them and I won't give those up. So, it's just important. You have to, remind yourself that I want to be healthy. And if something happens, like what I'm going through, being injured, if you're not healthy, it will take you even longer to recuperate. So I've been trying to work really hard at incorporating cheat meals. So 5 days of the week, I'm pretty good. And then 2 days, sometimes 3 days, I kind of have chocolate and I kind of incorporate more of a cheat meal and that. So that's kind of what's kept me really on track. In my workout routine, I've touched on that. I always do an hour of cardio and then weight training. And I break up my weight training into basically 4 different types of workout days. So one day will be shoulders, and I'll do a couple of legs. And then I always do core exercises each time I'm working out. And then the second workout group I will do will be chest and back. And then I do a calf, usually some type of calf exercise that day. And then the third workout day is usually my back. And then I do usually a bicep and a tricep exercise. And then the fourth day I kind of split it up because sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling, if I feel I didn't really get a good shoulder workout or arm exercise, I'll kind of do some kind of light weights that day of just some more extra arms or shoulder area. And that it's more light. And then do my cardio. So that's kind of my workout routine. So it's like a 2-week rotation, just working those specific core groups or body groups. And that's just what works for me. Again, I can't afford a personal trainer or anything like that. So it's just me trying to figure out what works best for me and my body. And being injured now, I'm really limited with my leg exercises. So I'm currently revising that with my back and my leg exercises. So I've talked with my chiropractor and he's given me some good ideas and suggestions on what to do and how to go about incorporating legs back into my routine. doing in your life? Well, I went into pharmacy, and I hate to say regret, and it is a big decision that I wish if I could go back, I would never have chosen that career for my path, because it ends up being a really stressful and demanding and draining mentally and physically, a job that I thought I was going into it and going to be helping people, and it's just turned into a career that hasn't made me happy or fulfilled. So I have goals and dreams, which is good to have, over the next 5-10 years, that I would like to see myself going in a different direction with my life in my career, and hopefully maybe one day that will come true. Future plans around the house, not really. Only 5 years old, and there's really not much to be done around the house. Vacation, I hope to have a vacation. Nothing in the works this year because it wasn't in the budget, due to having to now get a new computer. I'd hoped in the fall. No vacation, haven't taken one this year. Did staycation, and then I had to use that vacation for my injury, because that's a long story in itself. I'm hoping next year maybe to get back to Hawaii. It's kind of expensive. I don't know if that will work. Perhaps back to Vegas. And her last question was, am I on Facebook? I am on Facebook. I will show a picture and actually link that. It's just home decor and a budget. I don't really do, I do some on there, but what I post on Instagram, basically I post the same kind of thing on my Facebook page. But there are some people who don't follow me on Instagram that follow me on versa. So I try to keep both of those updated. I'm not on there as much. I do, like I said, I do post if I'm posting on YouTube or like a new video, or you know, Instagram, a photo that has to do, because that's specifically decor related. So I only will post specific updates with decor. And I called it home decor on a budget because, again, I like to do things with that. So if you're interested in checking that out, you can check that out, and hopefully I can leave a link to my Facebook page. I do have a personal one, and that's just me and my personal life. That's actually it for the questions, guys. So thank you to everyone who asked me questions. I appreciate it. I've been wanting to do this for a really long time. That little Paulo, way to go, Paulo. He's my background. Hey, Paulo. Yeah. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed my Q&A and that it gave you a little bit more insight into my life, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.